Hello YouTube. I have a new toy. Ooh. Yup. I am going to plant some worm food. So let's pack it out and let's see if I can find some juicy organic matter. Ta-da! There it is. So let's collect some material. I will try it dry first. There's a little bit of a mix in there. There's grass. There's some weeds. There are some dry leaves. And I almost forgot one thing. I am going to get some coffee pads. One moment. I have a couple of them, but I will start with just one. And I also start without water. I'll start dry first, and if that doesn't work, which will probably be the case, I will add some water. See what happens. Okay, I put you down and I start blending, and when it's done I'll show you the result. Well, it is only blended for a little bit, but the top layer doesn't want to come down. It was to be expected maybe that I have put too much into it, but I am going to get some water and that will fix the problem. I already have something in place because I bought this one as well, and this will be perfect to catch all the solids and to strain all the water. So I will get some water and try again. Much better, much better. Look how fine it is. I will give it another whirl because I want it to be as fine as possible. But I like it. Nice worm food. That will be enough for maybe a week or so, I don't know. I also have the banana in there, so we will see what happens. Oh yeah, that is working really nice. All the 5 coffee pads are in there, blended. It works really nice. I am happy with it. And it was cheap. Only 17 euros. That would be maybe $20 or so. US dollars. So, well worth the money. And I'm not sure if I am going to drain the water. I might use it as it is. But I'm going to try some different things as well, because I have another experiment right here. Wait a minute. Let me get my tool. there's a hole in the middle that reaches down, and everything that I throw in that hole gets digested. But what is inside this bucket is green biomass mixed with wood chips. And the wood chips, this green stuff on top is new, but here you can see the older stuff, and this is about 2 months old, and it looks black already. And this started out as these wood chips. This is exactly the same stuff as what is in there. I will throw it in there so that you can see the difference. All that black stuff that you see is wood. And what I just thrown in there, that's how it used to look like. And this is 2 months old. And what I do is when it rains, it collects water. Maybe that you can see some water in there. And when it is too much, I take this bucket and I add it to my rain barrel. So I have the microorganisms from that bucket and the wood chips. And from what I understand is that you get far more microorganisms and nutrients when you compost wood chips in a very wet condition, but with enough oxygen. And so I just mix it all together and see what happens. Right now it is bubbling at 60 liters per minute, because I also added some fish bait. This stuff, it's a powder, I can show it. And I don't know what's it what is going to happen, but I let this bubble for 24 hours, and after that I will add the water that's in this bucket to my barrel, and just let it cook. We will see what happens. I have no clue. I think that it is going pretty good. So far what I have used for my garden, my grass, is looking good. And my flowers are starting to grow over there. Those flowers are starting to grow again. It was dying, but since the warmth it starts growing again. Over there, that pot, some flowers. this is growing reasonably well. And over here it starts to grow much better as well, because I also added the worm tea to my grow beds. I am too curious and I want to try. I want to see what happens. And to me, if I apply something and my plants don't die, I consider it as a success. But it is looking pretty good. Not too bad at all. There are some yellow leaves, but in general it is doing well. And this side is okay. I think it looks greener every other day. And this side is also doing okay. And I have more flowers over here. So yeah, I'll keep experimenting with microorganisms. Oh, and another thing. This shrub was under heavy attack from the insects, but I have added worm tea over here as well, and also a lot of biomass with leaves and woody material, but also the worm tea. And now I get all this new growth. It shoots out. Even here, if you look at this branch, it has moss or lichens growing on it. I thought that it was dead. But look at this. And it is not just there. It is pretty much every branch that was eaten away by the insects. Over here. Over here. This was all eaten by insects. And now, after I applied worm tea, I get all these new shoots. And over here as well. Over here. Over here. Come on. It starts to get dark outside, so my phone has a little trouble keeping up. But yeah, I don't know. I am a little bit surprised about what is happening, and I can only say that it seems to work for me. Everything looks very good. Well, everything is improving, so to me that is good. And over here also a strange thing. This planter is filled with compost that I bought and wood chips mixed together. And no matter what I did, as soon as I watered the plants in this planter, the plants started to die. And I even tried commercial fertilizer, but the plants still kept dying as soon as I watered them. But you can guess it, I tried the worm tea, and now this is starting to look much better. and the plants are not dying. At least it looks as if they try to grow again. And over here, where is it? I can't see it here. Oh, this one. This was my pepper plant. The snails had eaten it, but it is still green. And for some reason I think that if I continue to use the worm tea, and hoping that my brew is not somehow a big failure, that it will grow again. I think that it will get leaves again, but we will see what happens. I keep you folks reported. And this one the same. It's getting new branches and new flower buds. And I get all these little new seedlings, or I don't know what it is. I didn't seed it, but it is full with it. Over here, it's everywhere. And I didn't put it in there. So I am curious to see what is growing in there. We will see. So what I am going to do with this is I will feed it to my worms, but partially I will put in that bucket. And I want to get as many microorganisms as possible. And as far as I understand it, the only way to do it is to feed them. The more you feed them, the more microorganisms there will be in your brew. And that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to clean up my mess and use this, and at a later time you will see the result. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you the next time, and bye bye for now.